my dudes and the one girl who is just here to be here. You're so lonely, aren't you? Anyway, this is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, honestly, I was going to talk about how things are getting colder and you know, the season's kind of coming towards an end for us riders up here in the north, especially the northeast and whatnot. But yeah, we've kind of been in our second summer. Last week or two, lows have been around like 60, highs have been like mid 70s, low like high 70s. Yeah, so it has been a fantastic time to ride. So I mean, really, I got nothing to complain about, man. Just gonna sit here, hop on the highway for a little bit, cruise on up to Gloucester, and take some of the roads I don't normally take up there, and just ride. This is definitely one of the advantages that you guys in the mid part of the country, in the lower part of the country, you guys definitely have an advantage. It's definitely warmer, longer. Although I saw some of those temperatures over the summer, and I guess your riding time is kind of like ours, where there's just certain months you can't ride, because I can't imagine too many of you were out when it was like 120 down in like Arizona and Florida and stuff. And then you know, I follow a few guys down in the Florida area. Shout out to like Shade Tree Surgeon, Flipknot, Blockhead. Yeah, it seems to be like monsoon season for like a few months out of the year, so that makes riding a little bit harder for them as well. So we could just kind of consider that like our snow days. Sure, that works. But aside from that, as you can see, we're starting to get some of the color changes in the leaves and all that. For all you nerdy leaf peepers, I've actually got some, I'm going to have some videos coming up where hopefully I get some better shots of some of those fall changes coming up, because there's definitely some really cool views up north that would be really cool to show you guys. Probably in the coming weeks we're going to hit like the Kangamangas Highway, or Kangamangas, however it's pronounced. I don't care. So whatever. It's a long highway with no gas station, so whatever. A lot of cool mountain scenery, a lot of cool color changes in the leaves, and yeah, just cool scenery and maybe some cool pics. So today we're just kind of going back up towards the Gloucester area. I've had it in previous videos. Quite honestly, I don't remember if I've had it in a video where my sound didn't fail. I've definitely made a few videos that hit the scrap heap for various reasons. But if Gloucester sounds familiar to you, it's where all those guys from the Deadliest Catch basically launch their boats from. So, whatever, there you go, little TV knowledge for when you're done watching this video and want to go watch people fish. Sure. There's other stuff up here. There's actually some trails to a place called Dogtown, which I'm definitely going to make a video on coming up, just because it's kind of weird, kind of cool, kind of creepy, I guess. I don't know. We'll get into that for another video for sure, but not here, not now. I just want to ride. I mean, again, the weather is awesome. There's just no complaints. I don't know if you can see my gauge right now, but it's 74, and you know, Blue skies, a little bit of clouds, not too humid. This is just great weather. So yeah, here we are. I honestly don't remember how long it takes to get to the starting point of where I plan to go, but yeah, whatever. There's a lot of whatevers in this video. This is what we're doing today. We're just whatevering. I don't know. Maybe I'll practice my time lapse with this video. That way we can have some of this riding stuff, but I don't have to fill the void of dead sound. If I know how to do it, it's gonna happen now. Alright, you either saw a time lapse of me zooming up the highway, or you saw a little placard of me making fun of my failures. And then hopefully you just saw that random like house sitting in the water that is there. I see it all the time. It looks really cool. I think come winter time they actually dock that thing, but during the summer it gets used, and it's a pretty cool little random house. Maybe it's a convenience store for boats. I don't know what it is. I don't have a boat, so it's just kind of there to me. I look at it and go, cool, and then move on. We're just about where we need to be though, so it'll be kind of cool. Get off the highway and just kind of ride and check things out. When it comes to Gloucester, I usually just kind of there's like one set like road I kind of take, and you know, I just kind of go that one way and do my thing, and like I know it's a nice ride and everything's cool. So for me, this is a little bit different. I've been down this road that we're heading to right now, but not often. So maybe I get lost. Maybe I get murdered by backwood hillbillies. Maybe we just have a cool trip. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe we'll just be stuck in traffic. Let's do it together, shall we? I guess, you know, while we're here, let's talk Harley. Now let me preface this with, let me start with the good, because I feel like I definitely beat on Harley quite a bit in my videos. And I want to say, like, straight out, I really do, at the core of myself, I love Harley. I love the way they look, I love the way they feel, I love the way they sound. I mean, like, it's very much true that, you know, nothing sounds like and nothing looks like a Harley. And when you buy a Harley, let's be honest, most of it is you're buying feelings. You're not buying performance, you're not buying cutting edge technology, you're not buying for a good price. Like, you're buying for feelings. You get on the bike, it feels good, it feels right, and you were just all over it. And I get that. And like I said, like deep down inside, to my core, I really do, I love my bike. My bike is just fantastic. I love the way she feels, she sounds, she rides. I mean, there could be some changes for sure, and there will be some changes. Probably over the winter I'm going to do some more work, because when you own a Harley, there's always something new to do and different to do. With that being said, I'd like to talk about the 131. That engine, I feel like it's just kind of silly. I don't get it, and maybe it's just me. I've seen quite a few people online just going crazy over the thing. They're so excited, but the big drawback that I see with the 131 is it's heavily regulated by Harley currently. There's one standard out-of-the-box tune that Harley requires you to have. If you use a different one, you void your warranty. You have to use a Screaming Eagle tuner, or you void your warranty. Kind of par for the course when it comes to like Harley stuff. From what I understand from one person that I saw tuning the bike, certain like head pipes and like exhaust slip-ons and stuff like that straight up will not work when you go to tune the Harley. So you're really like locked into the whole Screaming Eagle package, and if you try and like circumvent that, you completely like throw away your entire warranty. Now I know most of us we kind of have given up on our warranties. We don't care, mainly because, you know, we'll ride out the 2 years on the warranty, and once that's over, we just kind of do crazy stuff with our engines. And, you know, again, par for the course when it comes to Harley, so I get that. But, you know, the 131s, they're a brand new engine, so you're either sitting on that 2 years hoping nothing goes wrong with it, and then doing like your aftermarket stuff to it, or you just pop in the engine and disregard your warranty altogether and hope that the thing doesn't implode in a week, and then you've got this $6,000 like doorstop or paperweight in your motorcycle. I guess a lot of the issues I've had with it is Harley, the tuning, the Screaming Eagle parts. When it's all said and done, you're not getting much bang for your buck. You're at best like pulling like 120 horsepower and you know, probably about the same torque range. I'll throw the numbers up here so we make sure that we're exact or close to exact. And to me, that's kind of annoying. First and foremost, because if you buy the crate motor, which from what I've been reading, there's been a lot of issues with the actual crate motor, just right out of the crate. So there you go. Don't void your warranty, because if you do, you're going to be super screwed. But the crate motor itself is like $6,000. Once it's all said and done, once you install it, once you pop on the other parts that are required and all that other goofy stuff, you're looking at close to $9,000, between $9,000 and $10,000, depending on who's installing it for you. I have seen some dealerships who are throwing it in if you buy like a new cruiser or a new bagger, but they're few and far between. It's not like every Harley dealership's offering this. So you're in it for like your $27,000 bike or $25,000 bike. Then you're in it for like another like $9,000 to put a 131 in. And when it's all said and done, you're getting like 120 horse. That's kind of sad. I mean, I understand that Harley is trying to stay within EPA compliance and all that. I get that. I appreciate that, and I know that they have to do that, but I don't feel like you're getting what you're paying for when you're dropping that kind of money for that kind of engine. I guess the best example I have of this is there's a company in Arizona. Again, I'm going to put the name right here, who has a 151 engine, and there's a few drawbacks to it right out the gate. First and foremost, you have to send your bike to Arizona to have it installed. They will not ship the crate engine somewhere else. They install it for you. But the engine installed, ready to go, like everything bolted on, whatnot, is $10,000. So for $1,000 more than the 131, you get a 151, which is covered in their warranty, which like has way more horsepower, way more torque. I know that they mention in their videos that as you step up in the stages, you can easily go past 200 horse, and that may be true of the 131 as well, but not for like 2 years, because the Screaming Eagle's not offering anything that will do that, or you have to give up your warranty to do it. And either way, that's kind of dumb. Yeah, let's try not to kill me, lady. Then there's the other part, which is if you look at like some of the big bore kits out there, like the 124, the 128 coming out of S&S or Fuel Moto and stuff like that, they're popping out more horsepower and more torque than the 131 does, and they're just bolt-ons. It's crazy. And yes, you can buy a 131 bolt-on. Disclaimer, you can only buy a 131 bolt-on if you are riding a 114 already or bigger. They do not have a 131 big bore kit for a 107. But if you take the 107 and you turn it into a 124 with an S&S kit that comes with a warranty, you pull more horsepower and more torque than you do a 131. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna toss those numbers up here, and just so you can see the difference. I know ballpark what they are, but I don't want to say something partially wrong, and then like if I happen to get I don't know, a third viewer, they decide to call me out on it in the comments. So I'd rather just kind of pop things up with the wizardry magic of editing later on. Yeah, with stuff I know how to do, unlike time-lapsing, which I'm just assuming I can figure out, and I'm also assuming will work with my my Mac, like, I don't know, iMovie app, because I really haven't sprung the money to go to a bigger editor or better editor just yet. What's up, guys? We're going diving? Looking for bodies? Yeah, looking for bodies. Oh, we're in Rockport. Whatever. So yeah, if you're unsure where Gloucester and Rockport and all that is, here's a map. We're basically kind of like the top little little area up in the corner there of Massachusetts. So there's just a lot of ocean, a lot of ocean, a lot of water around here. It's pretty cool. I honestly, if you live in a landlocked state, high five to you, but I don't know how you do it. I love rivers and lakes and all that stuff, but I also like to be close to the ocean. That's a thing for me. So I honestly have no idea how you guys live landlocked. It's kind of crazy. I actually I lived in North Carolina for about a year, and when I was down there, one of the guys down there was trying to sell me on being in North Carolina. I was in Raleigh-Durham, and he said, "Hey, you're gonna love it here. We're 3 hours to the mountains, and we're 3 hours to the ocean." And I was like, "Dude, I'm from New England. You're like an hour at best to the mountains and an hour at best to the ocean. Like, this doesn't seem good at all." Like, and he was just like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, but yeah, so I don't want to harp on it too hard. It's good to see, like, you know, Harley is consistently pushing through with stuff, and, you know, trying to do stuff and trying to be a little more daring. I'm sure the 131 is a good engine, and it's something I would be interested in once it comes like stock or standard in a bike, because let's be honest, in a year or two it's gonna come stock standard in a bike. I mean, the 2021 CVOs will probably have the 131 in it. Go ahead and just, you know, mark my words on that. It's probably gonna happen. I seriously doubt they're gonna put out the CVO with a smaller engine than something that they're already producing. Seems a little absurd, although Harley does do absurd things from time to time, so it is very possible that they're like, hey, here's your CVO with a 120. Yay! in the hopes that you'll buy the 131 and pop it in your CVO. But yeah, we'll see. These old like seaport towns are just really cool to ride through. Aside from that, let me go back to not beating up Harley, because like I said, I feel like I've been beating him up a lot. For me, it's I don't feel like if you really like something and you really love something, you're not allowed to criticize it. I really feel like you should be able to criticize it, because you're seeing something that you really like and you really love, and you want it to get better. You want improvements, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'd love to stay with Harley. I love Harley, and you know, be on this bike for a very long time. Betty and I have a good relationship, and it's pretty awesome. So, you know, I'll be riding her for quite a while, but you know, someday I may have to move on, and when that day comes, I want Harleys to still be appealing to me, and I want them to do cool things, and I want it so when it comes time for me to shop for a bike, you know, my eyes light up like a kid in a candy store. I'm staring at that bike and I'm like, oh, I gotta have it, because that's the feeling I want. I mean, that's the feeling I have with Betty. That is the feeling I've had with her since like I decided that I wanted a road glide. Growing up, I wasn't a huge fan of Harleys, except for like the Sportster. You know, I mentioned that in an older video. I think I'll pop it there. I'm pretty sure I know how to do that. Don't watch it now, watch it after this. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of what Harleys had to offer, but I always like appreciated the way the road glide looked, and I always thought that they looked like pretty cool. So when it was time to move away from my wide glide and go to something a little bit bigger and a little more like comfy and whatnot, the road glide was a no-brainer for me. So I was all over that. Vermin Supreme. Oh, that person's fun. Oh, it's the cops. Look like you're not a criminal. Anyway, that's really all I got today. I mean, like nothing too crazy. I just wanted to go for a ride, man. I just wanted to ride, but at the same time, like, you know, I assume that you're coming here for more than just the silence and, you know, the roar of the engine. Although, I mean, she sounds great. At some point in time, I still need to do like a video where I just go through and tell you what I've done with Betty since I got her. I got a couple things coming up really soon though, so I feel like making that video right now would quickly go out of date. So can I go down this way? So I'm gonna hold off on that video for a little bit and we'll come back to it. But oh man, where was I? What was I saying? You're not in the crosswalk I'm going, dude. and you had mandals on, so whatever. That's really all I got. So yeah, man. Oh, last but not least, holy crap, my channel is old enough to drink. I now have 21 followers, maybe even 22. I'll have to check, but that is awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. It may seem like a tiny number to you, but it is a huge number to me. I think it's fantastic. There are 21 people, possibly 22, out there that seem to be halfway amused by the dumb crap I do and talk about. So hey, cheers to you. Oh man, I am so lost with it right now. So yeah, I'm gonna work on ending this so I can figure out where I've gone. But yes, take a moment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, come back, visit again, you know, do cool stuff like that. New videos every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Stop by, say hello, let's be friends, tell me some jokes. I don't know, and introduce me to your sister. Wait, don't do that, I'm married. Introduce me to your sister on a completely friend basis. Yeah, so that's about it. If you haven't had your fill, hey, click on this video, click on this video. If you had your fill, click on those videos anyway. Give me some watches and some views. Hook me up, hook a brother up. And until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.